Hey you guys, this is Selena with Look We're Learning, and I'm here sharing a review of Bouncy Bands, a fidget that lets kids move around while they work. And as you might know, we're homeschooling children with ADD and ADHD, so I'm really looking forward to showing you how we make this work with our family, especially when the children are doing a school lesson, reading a book, or listening to anything that requires their sustained attention. If you have active children, I don't have to tell you that it's a challenge to keep them engaged, especially if you are doing a lesson that might be a little less than thrilling. But if you have a fidget that allows them to move something during the lesson, then generally they can pay attention a little better. And I'm going to show you how Bouncy Bands help us do that in our homeschool. This is my 7-year-old, and he is our most active child. He likes to read, but sometimes he has trouble keeping himself still enough to focus on the story that he's reading. If I'm reading him a story, he generally moves around quite a bit, although he's listening to the details. It doesn't look like that because he's so active. So we're using the chair with the bouncy band with him so that he can rest his feet on it. And if he wants to move his feet around or bounce or anything like that, then he can do that while still staying seated. And for us, this is a huge deal because if he's seated in his chair, then I have an easier time teaching. He has an easier time listening because of the bouncy band. And that way it's not distracting from the other children. So see, the band is bouncy like this. That's why it's called Bouncy Bands. He can move his feet gently, nothing too crazy, but that still gives him enough movement so that he can stay focused on what he's reading. And because it's down here, it doesn't distract the other children. So if we're all at the table learning together, he can get his movement without causing trouble or interrupting the lesson. So if you're trying to find a fidget that's easy to use and won't distract your children, is affordable, and is something that will give your active kids a way to release their energy while learning, I've got to recommend Bouncy Bands. They're really easy to use, they're simple to implement, the children don't have to learn a lot, and it gives them a lot of time and freedom to pay attention to the lessons without losing their attention or distracting your other kids. Definitely check out Bouncy Bands for your active children.